Joe Biden appears to be alive. We weren't sure. I said that I was convinced that Biden was alive, but the Democrats were doing a good job convincing me that he wasn't. Meaning they wouldn't show a picture of him. They wouldn't show a video of him. They played this weird audio of him, ostensibly a phone call, but Kamala Harris referred to it, or began to refer to it, as a recording. Well, we saw him. He was walking out on the tarmac from a limo to an airplane, and here is how he dealt with the press.
Why did you drop out, Mr. President? Why did you drop out of the election? Was it a difficult decision to make?
That guy is far gone. He looks, now sure, it's loud on a tarmac, but he turns, he sees the reporter. The reporter says, "Why'd you drop out, Mr. President?" He looks like he's confused. Not that he didn't hear the question, almost like he doesn't understand the question, doesn't know who the guy is. He says, "Why'd you drop out?" It's a pretty simple question. And Biden kind of gets this lost smile on his face and then walks away clumsily, rigid into his car. That guy's done. That guy's toast. And I'm certain that whatever deal they struck when he was in Rehoboth Beach, quarantining from COVID, involved him stepping aside from the 2024 race in exchange for him not getting 25th Amendmented and being able to keep his office for 6+ months. But how can that guy be president? He's supposed to speak tonight to address his stepping down and how he's going to remain on the job. He might resign for all we know. But how can that guy stay in office? If you've ever had a relative, say, who's dealt with dementia, you know what it's like and you know how fast it progresses. The one, I guess, rejoinder to that is our foreign adversaries, people like Xi Jinping or Vladimir Putin, they've known that this guy's a vegetable for years. The FSB, the successor organization to the KGB, is a pretty good intelligence gathering organization. So, if your average Uncle Paul, wearing the MAGA hat at Thanksgiving dinner has known that Joe Biden's a vegetable for 3 years, I'm pretty sure that the president of the Russian Federation knew it too. I'm pretty sure Xi Jinping knew it too. And so the foreign affairs have been managed terribly, but I'm not convinced that they're going to be managed any worse now that the cat's out of the bag, even among the Democrats, even among the people who watch NBC and read the New York Times, than it was for the last 3 years. Now, speaking of people who are totally done, the Secret Service director has finally resigned. Kimberly Cheadle faced calls from Republicans and Democrats. She held on for something like 10 days after the shooting. She should have resigned that after the following morning, after President Trump was nearly murdered. She tried to hold on. She had no support among lawmakers. Her boss, Alejandro Mayorkas, the DHS secretary, said he had 100% confidence in her. Biden seemed to back her in as much as he's able to make any decisions these days. But the lawmakers of both parties said she had to go, and so she just resigned. Mayorkas backed her because he knows that he's the next one who would be responsible. And he wanted to keep his job, so he was trying to defend her. He was trying to push the responsibility down the line. I'm glad she's resigned. She obviously had to resign. This is not even close to enough. The first question that we need to get the answer to, there are going to be all sorts of investigations. That woman might be dragged before Congress again. Mayorkas certainly needs to sit before Congress. We need a lot of other people from the U.S. Secret Service and DHS hauled before Congress. The first question that we need the answer to is, who denied the Trump team the requests for additional security? The Trump team requested additional security from Secret Service and DHS. Initially, Secret Service said the Trump team did not request that security. Then, after being pressed on it by reporters, the Secret Service admitted, okay, yeah, they did make requests for extra security and they were rejected. So first question, who denied the requests? Second question, when and how frequently did they deny the requests? Third question, who covered up the denials for the requests? Those are the first three questions that we need to have answered. If you suspect, as many people suspect, that there is some kind of conspiracy afoot to kill Donald Trump, the man that the left has demonized as Hitler and an existential threat to our democracy for 8 years, if you think that some people might have wished for his death, those are the first three questions you got to answer. If there is any conspiracy to be unwound, I'm not saying there is, other than this kind of bureaucratic conspiracy to deny him security. We at least know someone in the government wanted to deny him his necessary security. That in itself is a kind of conspiracy to kill him. Got to get those answers. Who's going to give us those answers? Kim Cheadle? Maybe, maybe not. Some deputy at Secret Service? Maybe. Alejandro Mayorkas? He better give us those answers. And if they don't give the answers, they should be held in criminal contempt of Congress and they should be thrown in jail, just like the libs are throwing all of the senior Trump White House officials in jail right now. We cannot let them memory hole this. There was an attempt to murder Trump, and there were people in the government who were complicit in that attempt, at the very least because they denied him the security he needed. That is established fact. If we don't find out who those people are, if we don't hold them to account, we are letting crooked politicians and bureaucrats get away very nearly with murder. That was a good clip. Now, ring that bell. Subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.